got some rare things on sale, stranger. Thank you.
These words are burned into every Resident Evil 4 fan's mind. Those words that only one man would tell you. Those words belonging to the man we've all dreamt about at night. Those words belonging to the Merchant in Resident Evil 4. The Merchant is one of the most beloved NPCs in all of Resident Evil. His gravely voice, his coat, that mask, and of course, his boundless bags of weapons that were essential to Leon's and Ada's journey are just the reasons why everyone loves him. But despite the love we all have for this one man, he is still a huge mystery. Who is he? Why does he sell us weapons? How does he survive in such a hostile environment? And what is his relationship to the thickest boy in all of Resident Evil? At first glance, the Merchant just feels like a game mechanic, an easy way for players to buy items, upgrade their weapons, sell off their treasures, and of course shoot when he doesn't have what you want. But he was confirmed to not just be a mechanic by the Duke in Resident Evil Village. So who is he and what is his relationship to the Duke? Let's get the two obvious out of the way. The Merchant is a businessman. He doesn't help you out of the kindness of his heart. There's always a price next to his aid. And the next obvious is the Merchant is inhuman. His glowing eyes and his supernatural ability to appear anywhere at any time. So if the Merchant is inhuman, what is his connection to the Duke? It should be pretty obvious now that the Duke also is inhuman because he has the same supernatural ability to appear anywhere at any time. And unlike the Merchant, I cannot believe that this man is that fast, so there has to be some type of teleportation jutsu involved. But even though both of them are inhuman, I still couldn't find the nature of their relationship. Then I got my answer. When I was looking at the Merchant, I noticed something very small. To actually see what it was, I had to zoom in. Then I saw it, extremely tiny. My connection, because I saw it before, it was inside of the Duke's cart. Then I realized something. The Merchant and the Duke aren't friends. They are one and the same. They are the same entity because both of them have the same supernatural ability and both of them provides aid at a price. At first, I didn't really want to believe this entity existed until I started playing Resident Evil 4 Remake. At times, the Merchant would say things like,
We've been saving that one for the right customer.
So, who is we? If you've been paying attention, you may know who we is now. We is the entity the Merchant and the Duke are. But this wasn't enough evidence to me that this entity exists, so I did just a bit more research, and I found a file that was going to be in Resident Evil 5. The file reads, We exist, yet we do not. We are everywhere, yet we are nowhere. We appear to those we aid, but sometimes our aid is unseen. Call us fate, destiny, or chaos. We are the whispers that bends the path, the unseen hand that nudge the domino just enough to fall. You think your choices are your own, but how often have you felt a force guiding you to an unexpected outcome? That is us. Subtle, pervasive, unyielding. But do not mistake us as all-powerful. We do not control every outcome. We influence, we stir, we shape, but we do not dictate. We also do not favor the strong or the righteous. We care not for morals or ambitions. We exist to keep the world moving, for stagnation is our enemy. Sometimes we manifest as strangers, friends, or even enemies, guiding or testing you. More often, we remain unseen, our influence mistaken for coincidence or luck. This letter was going to be addressed to Oswald Lee Spencer, and the sender was unknown. Now, I hear somebody thinking, there is no Merchant in Resident Evil 5, but there is. It's not the Duke or the Merchant, but you do buy things from something. And I think that's the entity. So why does this thing write to Spencer? I think the entity was the thing that guided Spencer to the flower stairway of the sun. And I also think that this entity guided Miranda to the mold, and it also guided Sadler to the Plaga. And I think this is why the entity has such a presence in those games. Also, I think when it helped Miranda, it was in the form of the Duke. That's why the Masked Duke exists. If you still have any doubt of this entity existing, listen to the Merchant's words.
We like our herbs, we do. Heal a man, kill a man, they do it all.
So what is this entity's motives? Simple, it's all a game to this entity, and every character in Resident Evil is a part of this game. Now, why would such a thing need money? I have a theory. The entity may be omnipresent, but it isn't rich, and it understands that it needs money to continue this game. Well, this is all the information I have on this entity. If anyone is questioning the evidence of this entity existing, look when this video came out. I'm sure you should have your answer then. I had a lot of fun making this video and bringing the story of the entity to you guys. I also left something out. The entity has a connection with another character in Resident Evil, and that's former STARS member Joseph Frost. If you guys remember, I talked about Joseph Frost in my Wesker video, but I will talk about the Frost and the entity next April 1st. Well, if you like this video, you can give the video a like. If you didn't, thank you for the watch time. I know March wasn't the greatest month to me when it comes to uploading. I promise I'll try to do better this month. Also, if you like anything horror game related, you can think about subscribing. Anyway.
Got some rare things on sale, stranger.
No thanks, bro.
Why can't I shoot him in this game?